joined by the new man in charge in Atlético Ottawa, that is Carlos Gonzalez. Carlos, thanks so much for joining us. We've got 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to get to as many questions as we can as our fans and the fans in Ottawa get to know you a little bit more. Let's start with this one. What player that is new to your team this season are you excited about?
Well, I think there are a few of them, not only one. I think that the investment of the club has been big, and most of the squad is new. So I think that we're going to see new faces and faces that are going to make all the fans happy, I'm sure.
You are an excellent coach with a fantastic resume, obviously from Atletico Madrid as well as being with Kuwait. When you looked at 2021 with this team, when you watched the video, what were the areas that you felt that the team needed to improve on heading into 2022?
Well, it's true that I've seen quite a lot of matches, but the reality is that I think that I don't like to evaluate the work of last year, but what I've seen is that maybe the team should have been a little bit more competitive in some moments, because in some moments they were winning matches that at the end they draw or they lose, so they lose quite easy points because of small details. So I think we're working on these details, on being solid, on being a compact team and a very competitive team. So this is the idea that we have been one of the ideas that we have been focused on the preseason.
Some of these questions are football, some of them are light-hearted about other things. We'll get to some of them in a second. The next one is football as well. What excites you the most about this team in 2022? You're new to Canada, but the team is not. What excites you the most about how competitive you can be on the pitch?
Well, there are two things that I think we have a quite a squad which is quite different, as I told you before, from last year. We have a lot of competitive players, of experienced players that are going to give this one more step to the team, and also we have the challenge of having a very young players, very talented players. So I think this is one of the things that most excites me, like a coach, because I have to like make the balance between these older guys, experienced guys, and also make these young guys to be also competitive, and to get near to this position of the older players. So I think this is one of the things that I am more excited about it, and of course trying to make a compact team, try to be a strong team in which maybe we can have the best level of the individual, but at the end of the day, we have to work hard like a team.
You talk about collectively coming together, defending, being compact. That answers my next question probably, but I'd like to hear it in your own words. What is a Carlos Gonzalez team? What is the tactical identity of your team? We know Atletico Madrid's identity. Is it very similar to yours?
Well, the truth is that I've been working there for 5 years, so some of it I have it inside me. But of course, what I try to do is that my teams are teams that they try to be comfortable in different situations of the game and different scenarios. So I think that we have to be a team that are capable to be dominant, to play good football, good soccer with the ball, be capable to win the teams in this organized attack. And also we have to be, as I said, a very solid team, a compact team that also is tough to beat us, and also that we can be in a good moment to do good counterattacks and to do transitions. So I think that what we are looking for is to be the most complete as possible as a team. I think that this will give us tools to try to win to any opponent.
Some questions to learn a little bit more about you and your background. Who were some of your favorites to work with at Atletico Madrid? Who were some of your mentors, players, coaches? What was that like?
Well, the reality is that I was a lucky coach, because in Atletico I worked with a lot of high professional coaches, and also good players. The reality is that most of the generation that I coached the last years, now they are in the Spanish La Liga or in the second division, so they are now professional with only 20, 21 years old. So I'm very glad of this situation, because I've helped them a little bit to so that they could achieve their dreams. And of course, one of the man in Atletico Madrid, Simeone, of course, that he way of understanding soccer is a different way of other coaches, and his defensive work, his tactical work, his transitions. I think that this, of course, has been a mentor for me. But also, I try take a little bit of each of the coaches. I've also worked. I had the luck of working nearby in Malaga with Pellegrini, that now is in Betis, that he was in the Premier League. He's also a great coach that I have collected things about him. But the reality is that I try to get a little bit from each one, and try to be have my own identity, and feel comfortable with the way that I think about football.
Some fantastic mentors there, though, to learn from already at such a young age as a coach. It's been a very blessed time for you. Who is your favorite footballer of all time, whether you were a child or now? Who is your favorite player?
I've never had like a favorite player, but the thing is that, of course, I felt very related with Atletico Madrid since I was a kid. And Fernando Torres is a great player of the history of Atletico, but also players from the doblete like Kiko, Caminero, other players that maybe they are not so well known, but when I was small, also they were players in which I look for, because when I started, I also play like striker, so I always look at the forward players more than the defensive players.
Kiko Caminero, part of that great Atletico Madrid team in the 90s, no doubt about it. That was an amazing side.
Of course.
What is your favorite sport other than soccer?
I love sport. I studied sports science, and I love sport. I like tennis. A lot of this. Of course, Rafa Nadal for me is one of my reference. Not only tennis player, but also sport man. And well, I like every collective sport: basketball, handball, soccer, of course. But I, of course, like a lot of the sport, and I try to practice sport every time I have time.
Next question is, what excites you the most about being in Canada in 2022?
The whole project. I felt that the project was very exciting project. That was a young project that have a lot of way to move on, to get bigger. I think that this is quite related with me, because I'm also a young coach that I want to develop and grow. And I think that the project is a very suitable project in which I can come in. And of course, the way of living of Canada, the city, Ottawa, they spoke me great things about the city. Now I've been here for 24 hours or a little bit less, and I've seen in 15 hours that I've been here a lot of things that I liked. I think that we're going to work in a great place and with great people.
Very important. I'm happy that you're already falling in love with the city. Wait till you see it in the summer, Carlos. You're going to love it even more. So it's absolutely spectacular. A couple more questions with you. Here's a light-hearted one. Who is the funniest player on your team? Who makes you laugh right now? Who you've had a lot of time together in preseason?
Yeah, there are few of them. The Latin players, they are always joking. So this Kevin Aleman, Vladimir, these Spanish guys, but also the Canadian guys, they are good guys.
Final question with you, Carlos Gonzalez, the top man at Atlético Ottawa. How has Canada's success at the national team levels, obviously the women winning the gold at the Olympics and the men now qualifying for the Men's World Cup, how has that given you more filtered down to your team, more confidence in Canada and soccer? And as an outsider, as a Spaniard coming in, what have you seen and admired about Canada's success and the culture here?
Of course, this is a very important point, because I think that the soccer in the country is growing very fast. The major sport is, I know that it's not soccer in the country, but I think this is very important for us, very important for the players. Also, the possibility of playing the World Cup here in 2026, I think, is going to open great conditions for everyone. So I think that the Canadian soccer is in the right track at the moment. They are doing great job here, but of course, it's not from now. I think that all these results are coming because they have been working really well in the last few years. I'm very happy to be here, so I can also develop in this fantastic country.
And we are happy to have you here. We are better to have a great football mind like you in this country to help us learn as well. So, Carlos, thanks so much for your time. All the best this season. We'll talk to you again. And starting Saturday, April 9th, Atlético Ottawa against Cavalry FC, home opener here in the Canadian Premier League. Good luck.
Thank you, Kristian. Nice to meet you.